Conversation with Dayo and Tola. Conversation with Dayo and Tola.
A beautiful Monday morning to you from wherever you're listening across the world. This is Oluyole 98.5 FM, and it's time for Conversation with Dayo and Tola. I am Oladayo Ogunbowale.
I'm Tola Teriba. Good morning.
All right, beautiful morning to you. It's 6:33, and of course, 10th day of the 8th month. That's the month of August, year 2020, the year of our Lord. It's a good time to be alive, wherever you are. Monday morning gives you another shot at a beautiful working week. So, what do you intend doing this week? And for the students that are back in school, SS3, GSS3, Primary 6, I hope you're preparing for WAEC. Exam we will do. It reminds me of my days in this is when students are tired and they just want to go and say, and it's almost a week to exam. You see those boys coming out. Will exam hold? This one we hold. this one we hold.
I know in those days when the students try to disrupt school activities, maybe because they want to go, they don't want to do exams. The final year students are always
the agitation will be let's finish and leave this place.
But they will say lie.
Well, we know that the majority usually carries the vote. All right, so this is a network program, top-notch analysis, newspaper review, right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM, live on the radio network of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, coming to you straight out of our Iliakede Orita Bashoro studios here in Ibadan, and also coming to you by our sister stations too, with Agility 92.1 FM and Okyogun 96.3 FM. A big good morning to every one of our online audience on Facebook, facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM, and Twitter at Oluyole FM. Those two feedback channels were streaming live on those two channels. On Facebook at Oluyole 98.5 FM, on Twitter at Oluyole FM. Check us out also on Instagram, Radio Garden, and of course mixer.com/Oluyole FM. We're there as the online radio platform. If you just want to listen to us, okay, like a radio online, www.bcus.tv/listen. Okay, that's a website. You listen live wherever you are, and you don't have to watch. Okay, but if you want to watch us live, you want to see Tola and Dayo, go to Facebook. Check us out on our page. There's a live stream right now. You watch and listen at the same time. Same thing on Twitter. Okay, thank you once again for joining us. We go straight to the papers. I have the Punch newspaper,
and I have a copy of the Nigerian Tribune.
All right. Edo Assembly crisis. Factions exchange words over planned sitting in shut complex. And you have a rider, Obaseki cannot stop our proceedings. Oshiomole backed legislators. 17 lawmakers session is a town hall meeting, says governor's aide. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
Town hall meeting. Banner headline of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. 2.5 trillion naira voted for federal roads in 20 years. Document shows federal government awarded contracts for dualization of Ibadan Ijebu-Ode Ibadan Abeokuta roads in 2020. That's on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune.
That's a road that is very old. I hope there's money to do that anyway. There are several uncompleted roads.
There is no sign that those roads are going to be dualized.
I know what I'm saying. I mean, there are several uncompleted roads, and
I mean, if the contract was awarded in 2020 and we are not seeing any signs that the project is about to start,
should we call it audio? Okay, all right. I just said should we, because before some people start saying, all right, because they are still, I mean, the average Ogbomoso person, and I'm sure at least one person will call from there today, will tell you the Oyo to Ogbomoso end is still, I mean, still a major dead trap. And so the new road that is supposed to connect, from Ibadan to Oyo and then Oyo to Ogbomoso, that road is just, I don't know, it's perpetually under construction. Perpetually under construction. So these are things you would expect that finish this road and launch it and let's see. Okay, you want to dualize other ones. Well, what do we know? 4.36 million oil barrels lost to power outage. Others, NNPC. That's on page 19 of the Punch newspaper.
While talking politics this morning, Ondo Giba ZLP NEC clears a deputy governor. That's on page 23 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Oh, so he's finally in ZLP.
ZLP.
Okay, all right. All the best, Mr. Ajayi. All the very best.
I'm going to give him. I believe he's going to give a Governor Akeredolu a formidable fight for the Alagbaka seat.
Okay. Seems we've not had the last between NIPOST and FIRS. Stamp duty account. You lied. NIPOST tells FIRS. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper.
And it goes on and on.
And on and on and on.
There is a minister in charge of these agencies.
I mean, somebody needs to just talk to these people. Fighting yourself to make money for the same government. They need a class captain and a chief whip. Somebody needs to rein them in.
Dogara's defection unsettles reps leadership. Two governors, ex-minister in defection talks. That's on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune. Oh, also that's coming.
Dogara, right?
We won't stand alone.
Well, you can be very sure about that. CBN to unify exchange rates. Pegs naira at 379 naira to a dollar. Okay. When people are already groaning. Page 22 of the Punch newspaper. We'll see.
And
break happens soon.
But this doesn't look good. Nopeng begins strike in Lagos today over extortion, harassment of members. Page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Not funny. It does not look good though. These guys are actually looking for ways to cause that strike.
These are issues they've always been talking about.
I mean, so why are you bringing that up now? Obviously, they are looking for an excuse to cause that artificial scarcity, and we really need to enjoin governments to do everything possible to ensure that they don't succeed. Because, I mean, we are the ones that it will affect. Let's face it.
Definitely.
So, I mean, whatever happens, the attempts should not come to fruition. They shouldn't.
They just bring up something to.
All right, for students who wrote JAMB today or this year, please listen to this. Or you have a word or child who did, listen very, very attentively to this. JAMB, varsities meet today, fix new 2020 admissions dates. How many months remain this year, sir? All right. Page 11 of the Punch newspaper. You might want to check out that story. JAMB, varsities meet today, fix new 2020 admissions date.
And there are some admissions still pending.
Plenty. Even from last year.
That's what I'm saying. So some students have been admitted quite a lot, but yet to resume, yet to complete all the admission formalities. And I know some universities where the admitted students had only paid the acceptance fee before COVID-19.
Quite a huge number of them. People that were supposed to resume maybe late last year, that had to, especially people who wrote last year's UME or UTME now were supposed to resume this year. For those who could not resume late last year, COVID-19 kicked in April. I mean, they're still at home.
Well, I guess universities have they have a way around these things.
No, combine the admission. That's happened before, but it means some people will be denied. In fact, a huge number of people will be denied, unfortunately.
All right, still on politics, Supreme Court delivers judgment on Kogi governorship poll today. That's on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Well, yesterday was Sunday, and Lagos churches reopened, and SOC complied. A good number complied, as you can see here, with COVID-19 guidelines. Pictures speak here too. We can see different churches, different denominations, and some observed social distancing within their facilities right there. All right, so Lagos churches reopened, comply with COVID-19 guidelines. Page 11 of the Punch newspaper.
On executed contracts, NDDC petitions IGP. Page 26 of the Nigerian Tribune. The NDDC sort of fighting back there.
Nobody wants to go down without a fight. And where possible, take as many.
You that you are accusing us, come and answer for the contracts you received and the projects you failed to execute. I think that's the language there.
And those who collected the contracts, they want to know their name. So it's also the NDDC writes IG demands prosecution of failed contractors. A big 7 of the Punch newspaper.
So if you pull the weed will pull the forest.
That's just it. That's it. All right. So monarchs defy COVID-19 regulations as Kashamu is buried. Page 9 of you see those pictures? People didn't even act as if there's COVID-19 in the land.
When it's a big man being buried,
plus he died of COVID-19 complications. I mean, that's enough.
Even the pallbearers, the people bearing the people who carry the corpse, no protection. I observed it. No protection of any sort. You begin to wonder when a big man dies, the government tends to look away from all those things. Okay. So may his soul rest in peace.
Wish him all the very best. On the other side, Ogun pastor impregnates 2 siblings during spiritual cleansing.
Spiritual cleansing.
Pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper.
So when did one thing lead to another in the process of cleansing?
Cleanse them all.
Banditry and terrorism. Northeast governors advocate use of heavy artillery by police. That's on page 27 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Oh, are you just coming to say that? Does that in any way mean they were not in support before? Okay. All right.
Police using heavy artillery.
Okay. Yahoo boys are our youth's role models, says Desiani.
The same Desiani?
What's mommy? Sorry. Page 11 of the Punch newspaper. Yahoo boys are our youth's role models. You are role model to some people too, auntie?
The very. Well, if it's all about stashing away illicit funds, it's just about the way you go about it. Anyway, she hasn't been convicted yet, has she? She hasn't been found guilty yet.
Well, with plenty cases. She has this love for market women in Bodija. I don't know if she had lived in the madam before. When she wants to draw comparison, she will tell you Bodija, even market women in Bodija use gold. Maybe market women in Bodija have sons that are Yahoo boys.
But for her to be pontificating at this time, talking about who should be a role model, and
somebody is concerned as a mother. Tola, she's concerned. Yahoo boys are our youth's role models, says the Ziani. Page 11 of the Punch newspaper.
Okay. Federal government owes contributory pensioners 85 billion naira. That's on page 30 of the Nigerian Tribune. All
right, and you have right there, tanker driver strikes begin as talks. Begins as talks with Lagos fail. So they've attempted negotiating with Lagos State government. They don't allow devil to use you. These guys have a plan, and I hope they can see ahead. There's a plan. There's a plan, and I can almost Okay, don't let me say this. One can assume that these tanker drivers are working in tandem with the independent marketers.
Yeah, definitely.
So everything that is happening is not ordinary. Or this one that they just started to say we are being extorted is not today. It's not today.
What came to my mind that
It's not today. We know these things. So I mean, whoever is not allowing them, just listen to them. Don't allow these guys use this as an excuse to cause. The aim is to cause the artificial scarcity. That's the aim.
Like we said before, there's so much tension in the land.
Exactly.
Right now. A fuel crisis.
We don't need it now. We don't need. Somebody should be smart enough to engage these guys. You should know where they are going. It's not about them. They are only listening to some people who are fooling them somewhere. They have agreed. If we cannot do it, you can do it. So just make it happen. The Lagos state government should not allow this. Somebody should negotiate with them right on time. And I think finally from here we have Osun fashion designer attacked by bribe-seeking policeman dies. Page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Police brutality.
Still coming from the oil sector this morning, NNPC. Well, this looks good. NNPC to unlock $735 million gas revenue with resolution of OML 130 dispute. Page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune.
No, we are hearing now before it happens. After it happens, will they come and announce that they have unlocked it? We'll wait.
And then the money goes somewhere, and then maybe a few years later, a probe begins. What happened to all the money made from that particular source?
It's okay.
It goes on and on.
So the ZLP story is here. ZLP Claire Ondo, Deputy Governor, as candidate for October poll. Page 11 of the Punch newspaper. And an economy, we have federal government to restructure SME loans, says Oshimbajo. Page 22 of the Punch newspaper.
Kashamu, death inevitable. We need to be kind to the dead, says Tinubu. That's on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay. I think a lot of people are coming out to weigh in on his death now. Ogun ICE PPP initiative for housing development, and we have Lagos plans projects to tackle flooding, some property, see some economy, business and economy. Nigeria exported $4.47 billion crude. FAC got 1.8 trillion naira. NNPC. We have Trade Ministry denies operating foreign accounts. Not today. All right. Somebody said, don't believe a news from government until it is officially denied. You didn't get that drift. Don't believe it until they officially denied.
Meaning there's no truth. Don't let it to that pessimistic.
I think somebody is responding to Professor Yemi Oshimbajo when he alleged that some elites were involved in the appointment of judges. We have no rules in judges' appointment, says Senate. Who mentioned your name?
He said the elite.
LFO. I mean, so did they mention their name? Somebody is feeling guilty, or some people are feeling guilty. We have no rules in judges' appointment. Now you know why some cases you always favor some people. Welcome to Nigeria. I don't think anybody indicted them directly. I'm not sure I've read it anywhere.
Well, there's this thing, Yorubas will say,
wow. Okay. We have here Northeast governors meet, plan to reform Almajiri system. Oh, okay. Well, better late than never. I hope you are finally seeing.
How many times are they going to make plans to reform the Almajiri system?
Let them keep talking. I hope they know.
And well, conveniently, they've shipped quite a number of them down south anyway.
Clearly, after juggling them in between some states, they just discovered that we have plenty of them around now. Well,
the south has plenty of space and very hospitable to accommodate the Almajiri children.
Well, seems somebody is borrowing a leaf from what is going on in the federal circle, where the FIRS and the NIPOST and the likes are fighting themselves on social media. Katsina warns civil servants against social media comments. Okay, all right. That's on page 8 of the Punch newspaper.
Well, are we good to go for sports headlines?
Let's go.
NFF presidency. I'm not interested in third term, says Pinnick. Now, Bonfrey not entitled to Atlanta 96 gold medal, says IOC. They are trying to say that the IOC does not give medal of any color to coaches of successful athletes or sporting contingents. Because Bonfrey Joe on the weekend on the BCOS TV complained that he was yet to be given his Olympic medal 24 years after leading Nigeria's men's football team to gold in Atlanta. But didn't Bonfrey know the OIC?
He's a professional. I mean, he didn't start coaching today. Okay. So who is responding there? The IOC? The
IOC.
Oh, interesting.
The National Olympic Committee.
Interesting.
That interview was on the Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah, I remember. Buluaji, interviewed him and he made that statement right here on BCS TV. Okay. Sports page here of the Punch newspaper, sports page 30. NNL FC. One Rocket appoints technical crew. And we have Rivers United kick against final NPFL table. That means it does not favor them. May take case to FIFA. It's a serious matter. CAS. And they have Egbos Tirana to face Tbilisi in UCL qualifiers. And we have BFN unveils Noluda Stars ambassador. Okay, that's about that on the sports page right here.
Take some more.
All right. Still conversation with Dayo and Tola. Check your time. It's 6:54 a.m. Destination time remains 7:30 a.m. We go straight to major stories.
2.5 trillion naira voted for federal roads in 20 years. A document shows federal government awarded contracts for dualization of Ibadan Ijebu-Ode Ibadan Abeokuta roads in 2010. The federal government has in the last 20 years allocated the sum of 2.542 trillion naira to construction and rehabilitation of federal roads. Nigerian Tribune findings at the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, as well as the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, are revealed. The allocation was made during the administrations of 4 former leaders of the country: General Abdulsalami Abubakar 1999, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo 1999 to 2007, Alhaji Umar Yar'Adua 2007 to 2010, and Dr. Goodluck Jonathan 2010 to 2015, and the current president Muhammadu Buhari from 2016 to date. The amount represents allocation to the Federal Ministry of Works as well as the agencies under it, notably the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FAMA. Federal government roads amount to 35,000 kilometers out of the 200,000 kilometers, that is 17.5% of the road networks in the country. A breakdown of the sum shows that 9.58 billion naira was voted for roads in 1999, 36.9 billion in 2002, 68.8 billion was allocated in 2001, while 70 billion naira was allocated in 2002, and the breakdown is spread out here to date, to the time we are talking about, that is from 2016 to date under the Buhari administration. 2.5 trillion naira voted for federal roads in 20 years.
Well, one thing is clear: we can't deny the fact that successive governments have consistently awarded and re-awarded projects that never happened. I think that's even one of our major challenges in this country. Awarding contracts, of course, is NDDC, everybody's shouting. Those roads that were just mentioned now, I'm not sure a drop of gravel fed on any of them.
But why is no one being made to answer for these things?
Exactly.
Why is that? No one is being made to.
That's the right question.
No one
right
being called to account.
Exactly the right question. Who will probe these guys?
And the reasons, these are the reasons people say that the anti-corruption war has been selective. Is it that some people are untouchable, some people are too big to be called to account? And I was about to ask, after reading this story, I was about to ask that when last did you travel along an interstate road that you could, by your own estimation, say if this is a good road?
I think the last time I traveled, and none in the southwest. Let's just leave that one out. That's from beginning to the end. Maybe from one state to the other, you are comfortable. Leave that out. It's not in the southwest. The only interstate roads, of which they are not even 100% complete, but you can say no, this is a good road, are the north central roads connecting maybe Niger State to Abuja, the FCT. Arguably, Abuja's the best road network in Nigeria today. Currently, is the FCT. I mean, Zuba, those areas. If you are on that road, you will be happy you're on a road. Aside that, I mean, well, maybe I've not been up north extremely, maybe these days.
If you were to assess northern Nigeria generally, nothing to write to me. But gone are the days when we all used to say, the northerners are empowered.
It's the same thing everywhere.
And when
in fact, the interior of Kogi is worse. I think I can give the worst road in Nigeria. I'll give it to Kogi State. I used to, my days going to Abuja by road, I remember. You will say, no, Southwest or something. Only for you to enter Kogi from Ekiti. Are you like, oh boy?
That major road that you pass through, right in the heart of
God Almighty, it's something else. It's something else. So really, when you begin to see this, saying some people awarded some roads, you say, where's the money? Where's the money?
2.5 trillion federal roads in 20 years.
Well, I hope one day, someone will at least decide to ask the right questions like you're asking and probe it, not just ask questions. They will look at the books, they will open those books too. Somebody needs to answer for this. Someone needs to answer, else we are just joking. The anti-corruption fight, we might just be joking. Okay, let's take some politics. Edo Assembly crisis, factions exchange words over planned sitting in Sharp complex. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. So we should expect something happening today in Edo State. More violence appeared to be looming on Sunday in Edo State as factions in the State House of Assembly sharply disagreed over the proposed sitting of the 17-member faction of the legislature. The 17-member faction of the State House of Assembly on Sunday said it would sit in the Assembly building, which is being repaired by the state government. The factional speaker Victor Edoro, who stated this in an interview on Sunday, described the renovation of the assembly as unnecessary, saying the 17 lawmakers would access it and sit there. But the other factions, in an interview with the Punch, said the sitting being proposed by the Edoro-led group was comical. And wondered what it would represent. I recall that 14 members elect who had not been sworn in since 2019 when the House was inaugurated on Thursday were joined by the 3 other lawmakers who had declared support for the All Progressive Congress governorship candidate Pastor Sageze Yam. The 14 members elect was sworn in and together with the 3 other members reportedly impeached the Speaker Frank Okie and elected Dr. Victor Edoro as his successor. Now, prior to the emergence of the factional speaker, there had been tension at the assembly as armed policemen were deployed there as early as 7 a.m. We are not out to impeach Obaseki, says the 17 lawmakers. He, however, stated that the lawmakers were not out to impeach Obaseki, whom he said had committed an impeachable offense. You had to add that. Really?
But you're not going to impeach him.
But he had committed an impeachable offense. Interesting. Well, Reps PDP caucus criticizes IG Malami over assembly crisis. Meanwhile, the PDP caucus in the House of Representatives has alleged that the APC is planning to unleash mayhem on the people of Edo State and dubiously take over governance of the state. Wow. Now, the Labour Party candidate in the same state, Edo State, has berated Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In a statement titled, Labour Party to Tinubu, you can't impose your retrogressive politics on Edo people. The LP governorship candidate in the state governorship poll, Dr. Isaiah Osifo, said former governor of Lagos State and leader of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, cannot impose his retrogressive politics on Edo people. Osifo was reacting to Tinubu's criticism of Obaseki over the incident at the Edo State House of Assembly on Thursday. I thought LP2 is contesting.
Yeah.
So they are fighting on behalf of Obaseki now. Interesting.
We know where the pendulum swings.
Clearly. Well, some might not even swing in a direction, but they would not swing in a direction. You know, politics is not always about where you are going. Sometimes it's about where you will not go.
And who you will not want to see occupy it.
Exactly. Edo Assembly crisis, lawmakers threaten showdown over planned sitting, exchange words. Page 2 of the Punch newspaper. You want details? Go there.
And now the big question, Dayo, how do they intend to access the assembly complex?
They will get people to...
The
last time I checked, there's this truckload of sand in front. I don't know, maybe they get guys to clear it. And well, we'll see how it turns out. It's a Monday morning. There's still a lot that can happen during the week.
You know, there was a scenario some years ago that unfolded here in Oyo State when Governor Rashidi Ladoja was in power. It begins to look very much like that.
It's beginning to look like that.
And policemen in Abuja backing certain members of the house to hold the sitting.
Wow.
You know, and
we've seen this same game played. But then, of course, they should know the end. It never ends well. The whole thing got thrown out in court, and it was reinstated. You know, so should they want to go the same way? There's precedence already. There's precedence, except maybe they want to put a twist in their own anyway.
But for God's sake,
should we be doing this again, right? In 2020. Welcome to Nigeria.
Again and again.
That's it, Tola. Let me use President Donald Trump's word. It is what it is. Let's take one more story.
Nupeng begins strike in Lagos today over extortion harassment of members. Page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune. The Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, Nupeng, is set to embark on a strike action effective today over extortion harassment of its members. It said the action became imperative following failure of various authorities in Lagos State to address 3 major issues that have severely caused pains and harrowing experiences on the petroleum tanker drivers in the state for several months. The union, in a statement jointly signed by Nupeng National President Comrade Williams Eniredo Nana Akpo, I hope I pronounced that right, Akpureha, and Nupeng General Secretary Comrade Oluyole Afolabi, a copy of which was available to newsmen, said it made several appeals and reports to the Lagos State government and the Presidential Task Force for the decongestion of Apapa on these challenges, but all to no avail. Okay, Apapa decongestion is also one of their grounds.
Well, I think I saw the governor of Lagos State yesterday on the news trying to check out some portions of their bad roads and all that, things that have been leading to the decongestion. How they fix it on time? These guys are just looking for excuse, clearly, to not work.
But the government will not addressing some of these issues. I would say the government has well played into their hands.
No doubt, no doubt about that. But we know the end point, and I think we should avoid it.
And definitely, it's not only Lagos that is going to feel the pain.
The whole country, the whole country will feel it.
So that's why it's important to address these things.
I think we should do what we need to do to avoid this from happening. Okay, well. Central Bank to unify exchange rates, pegs Naira at 379 Naira to the dollar. That's a big 22, yes, of the Punch newspaper. You know, they've been trying to sell at 380, Central Bank now. But we know what has been happening. Some banks have sold as high as 470. If you want to pay for anything abroad and all that, some are still nice, some will sell 420, but I'm not sure. I'm yet to see a commercial bank that will do the 380 that CBN is doing. I'm yet to. Don't even talk about Malam in Sabo. Those ones don't even go there. But the truth is, if you're desperate and you need that dollars, you will have to go there.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that you have no choice, because round tripping, I remember saying it here. Someone sent me a message, say, how did you know? It's happening. Bankers already, manage, they know how to pass it to those malams, and things are happening. So it's now important that government finds a way, to do this thing they said they were going to do, unify it on time. This is one of the major precursors of inflation in any country, especially Nigeria. They will tell you, if you want to buy tomato that they brought from Ogeogun, they will tell you dollar or Shaki, they will tell you it's dollar. You be wondering, how far? They will tell you it's dollar.
It goes all the way down. I wonder the devaluation option that the World Bank was hammering on.
I think they already did it. It was 360 officially before, so 379, 380. They already, stylishly, Well, let's take this story. CBN to unify exchange rates pegs naira 379 to the dollar. The Central Bank of Nigeria on Saturday officially changed the exchange rate of the naira to the dollar from 361 naira to 379 on its website. The Apex Bank had earlier expressed its decision to unify the exchange rates in the country as forex scarcity persisted. It was, however, yet to announce if this would be the official unified exchange rate. Meanwhile, the naira exchanged for 473. See what we're saying? 473 naira at the parallel market on Friday. Experts have continued to clamor for a single exchange rate in the country. The President Association of Bureau de Change Operators of Nigeria, Alhaji Aminu Agwadabe, had said it will ease regulatory supervision, ensure transparency and effective price discoveries, and deepen market perfections. The senior partner, regulatory and technology Transact partners, Hiben Joes, said the gap between the various exchange rates operating in Nigeria created arbitrage opportunities for highly connected individuals. How can you put 379 naira to $1 on your website, and the parallel market that that your people are trading inside is selling at 473?
Well, that's the way it goes.
Haba!
That's the way it goes.
That's well over 90 naira difference. Come on, somebody can just sit down in his house and make billions, just moving money. Just the right guy. Hey, Wale, what XSY Bank, Abi? I have some money there. Change it to dollars. CBN rate. I've called somebody in Abuja, and you get it at that 379.
And the rich get richer.
And you call Audu in Starbucks. I have money. How much are you selling? 470. Don't worry, I'll give you 420. Go and sell. Sharp money, without leaving where you are. And this is what is going on. Okay, we'll wait for CBN to do the unification on time, because whether we like it or not,
and see just how that works.
Because I've been trying to tell people so that one will not sound pessimistic. What is coming is not nice, and we've seen it happen 2016, 2017. We've seen this happen. Well, dollar sold for as much as 500 naira in this country. And everything went up. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, when things go up like that, it hardly ever comes back.
Yes, so just what goes even the law of gravity is what goes up.
I mean, we know what happens. The challenge we have now that is making people not to feel it this much is because we are just getting back to businesses. Businesses are just reopening in Lagos. The next time Chukudi has to order for something in China and he needs dollar, and he's buying from Haudu for 473, bros, that thing you are buying in his shop will double. So we need to start knowing now, and I can assure you some of them are started making their orders. The containers will start arriving at this exchange rate.
Must brace for impact.
That's it. Unless CBN does the right thing now, not even tomorrow, now. Do it now, because if Chukudi has to go and exchange money in Sabo and it's exchanging for 473, you will pay when you want to buy something from the shop.
Well, like you said, once some people are okay, and well, the elites too in Nigeria, once they are okay, they're not very likely to care about
so unfortunate
to the rest of us.
For an import dependent economy like ours, we can't afford this. I mean. All right, you have one more story there.
One ZLP clears deputy governor as candidate, and we also have this one. Supreme Court delivers judgment on Kogi governorship poll today. I guess Governor Yaya Bello will be knowing whether he would stay or not. Let's take notes from Ondo. Ondo State Deputy Governor Honorable Agbola Ajayi has secured the blessing of the National Executive Committee of the Zenith Labour Party (ZLP) to contest the October governorship election on its platform. The chairman of the party in the state, Honorable Joseph Akilaja, who confirmed this to newsmen, said that the national leadership of ZLP cleared Ajayi as the party's candidate in the October election in the state. ZLP clears Deputy Governor as candidate. That's talking about Ondo State. And the Supreme Court delivers judgment on Kogi governorship poll today.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I'm sure yeah, that has been up and down, expecting the best. All right, while we open the phone lines, Yahoo Boys are our youth's role model, says Desiane. Tempted to say Yahoo something. Okay. Page 11 of the Punch paper. The phone line is open, 08055009850. Join the conversation from wherever you are. Keep the comments dropping. I can see comments coming in on Facebook, 08055009850. Today, 10th of August, is one day when it's not a good day for a Monday. Guess what? World Lazy Day. That's why I didn't want to start with it. It's not a good day for a Monday. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Mr. D and good morning, sir. It's a weekend, sir.
Very fine.
Our family.
We thank
Fine,
you.
thank you.
My name is Shola and I'm calling from Okaka.
Oh, nice to have you, sir.
Please, thank you. Please, I want to talk about this road budget of federal government. I don't know what's going on. Let me start by saying our government. Ìjọba tiwa wọ́n fi ẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ pàlàpàlà bani. Some things are very important that needs to be done in time. You will not see them there. In the case of this road, most of our federal roads are in bad shape. If you go from Yanabaja to Songo towards Abeokuta, you will cry if you are driving. And most of them road know about this road. Go to Oyo town through Ubomosho. Go and see. You go to get road Odoba in Ubomosho. You cry for people. Why is our government doing like this? Although there is an alternative or something, you make it more tolerable for people to go ahead to benefit them at that moment if there's an option. We God help Nigeria, but if one of them is never a victim, a bad victim of that incident, like the Zulu security assets looks alike, they won't act and they won't care up to their responsibility.
Okay.
God bless Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ishola from
Thank you. Have a
Okaka.
nice day.
Matthew Olalere on Facebook saying good morning, dear, and see on Edo and Ondo Guba polls. I wish both APC and PDP all the best. Yes, sir, from Ilero. Elechi Matthew, he said Diziani herself was a Yahoo woman. Now you talk about Elechi Matthew, that is your opinion. Elechi Matthew from Ilefe. He said she okay. Oshobu Isaac is also here. Oshobu saying good morning, Mr. T and D. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's all he wants to say. Someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Morning,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, I'm Tola. I'm praying for you again that God will continue to bless you and increase your graces in Jesus' name.
Amen.
On the issue of Nigerian roads,
You didn't tell us your name, sir.
I don't know how. Dayo from Okeo.
Oh, brilliant. Go ahead, sir.
I don't know why our leaders have decided to be wicked. Considering the condition of roads in Nigeria, for instance, Oyo to Isheyin, to Okeo, to Igana, to the border, is so deplorable and people have been dying day in, day out. The funny thing is, like the case of the bridge of the river, many times there have been terrible accidents there. Year in, year out, and our leaders have closed their eyes to these things. Well, they need to prove themselves that they will not. Who is now out and who is out of the hook? I mean, all these are leaders, starting from the names you have mentioned in the first today. Absalam, Obasanjo, Yaradua, Goodluck, and the man that has promised change, that are no change as support, going from worse to worse. If they don't prove themselves, God will prove them. Because of delay in justice and outright denial of justice, crimes and criminals are on the increase. God is coming. He will judge them. He will prove them.
All right. Yeah.
When the righteous people are in power, people will rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, people who are with the money, are we rejoicing in Nigeria now, or we are mourning?
Wow.
Let them change. Death is coming. God will prove every one of them. They are afraid to prove themselves. God will prove them. Thank you. From Okeo.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your comment. Orogbade Williams, your man is here. He says, good morning. Agility FM is not on again of our conversation. We're just watching online. The Ogun pastor that impregnated 2 siblings must be jailed, and the church must be closed down. If political leaders in Edo destroy everything now, I wonder what anyone that eventually win election would govern. Okay, says kudos to Agility FM just a few minutes ago. It says they are back powerfully. Thank you. Okay, same person who reported this. Okay. Adiola Son, say good morning, Tola and Dayo. On Edo election, I pray for peaceful election come September 19. Comrade Adiola Sunday from Shaki. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Alaji Ayulabugo is calling from Lamlate.
Nice to have you, sir.
I want to show my dismay to the rate of selling dollar at 473 at parallel market. It's so disheartening. It's non-dubbing, and it's a sort of at high level. It is high time Nigerian change to single exchange, like Ghana. In Ghana now, they now practice or they engage in single exchange rate. Like this, we'll be able to have transparency and then market protection and even reduction in the price of commodity. I believe with this we go down. And secondly, on the election of Edo State, what we pray is that peace should reign there. Thank you, Alaji Ayulabogo from Alate.
Thank you so much, Alaji. So we go to Ajia on Facebook. Ajia Agbomojo Wolewa is saying, good morning, Mr. Dayo and Tola. Pastor impregnate 2 siblings. Pastor must be angry. By that thing, he used to impregnate them. Okay. All right. Please, we parents, especially mothers, let's be very watchful of our children. We should be their best friend so that they will open up to us in case of them facing any challenges. Thank you so much. That's a mother there. Fumlola Adewale is saying, good morning, Mr. Dayo and Tola. You're doing a great job. God will continue to give you strength. Amen. Pray for peaceful election in Edo State because of innocent citizens. Ibiti Meji Batija Koriko Be Niuma Fioriko. On the issues of that pastor, may God continue to protect our female children. Amen. We go back to the phone line.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Oh, nice to have you, Prince. Go ahead.
God will bless you, my people.
Amen.
Now, on the issue of Edo State, I pray Malami and IGP will not scatter this country with their illegal constitution. Look at what is happening. What do they want to get? Causing mayhem and confusion in that state. That is what I said something 5 days ago. That was how the same Malami and IGP conspired against the state government. They want to cause problems in the state. If not because of the fine knowledge that our governor used. It's like the problem I see online now. I want to advise them. They should leave Edo people. They should allow them to decide if they want. Look at what Oshiomhole is causing. Oshiomhole wants to present himself as a godfather, a mega godfather. You cannot become what God doesn't want for you. I want to advise those people to allow peace to reign. They shouldn't bring mayhem and confusion in the state. This country belongs to all of us. And I pray by the grace of God,
the will of God will prevail in Edo State, and problem will not erupt or start on that state in the coming election. Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your Prince Aderemi. The phone line is still open: 080-550-0985 or 080-550-0985.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Aruna.
This is Aruna from Odoro, Gomosho. Mr. Dianti, good morning this morning.
Good morning,
bro.
I think one of the major problems we are having in Nigeria is implementation. Remember, you said something about central bank wants to unify dollar to 3H. So they should not wait till tomorrow, like you said. That is the major problem we're having. When we say something, our problem is how to implement it. As we just urge the federal government, I'm just urging them that they should try to do it in time, because it will affect every one of us. So I'm telling you. And then my best regards to Mr. Adetoye as regards Chelsea lost to that monitor.
You had to rub it in. All right. That's Aruna for you, always on his sports toes. Always wearing his jersey, rubbing it in for someone. Okay, someone else is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
My name is Caleb.
Okay, Mr. Caleb, go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you, Mr. Caleb. Go ahead.
I want to talk on the fight between Federal Land Revenue Service and the NEPO.
Okay, go ahead.
I want the Service Minister in charge of communication to look into the matter. Both of them are looking revenue for the government. Secondly, I want to commiserate with the late senator, the family of the late senator, Uri Kashamu, that God should give them to bear the irreparable loss. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Tola, you heard about the letter, the purported letter written by Chief Olusegun Obasanjo.
Where it was said that death caught up with Senator Kasham escaped justice. He said he evaded justice, but death, he was not able to evade death.
Wow. How is that for a condolence letter?
I wonder, maybe Baba knows, maybe Baba sees what we don't see. You know, there's this thing that elders, when they are sitting, they can see what we cannot see standing. So, well, perhaps Baba has his reasons. I don't know.
But trust Baba, he will speak his mind. He does not look at you, irrespective of whose ox is God. Baba will speak his mind. Someone is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, nice to have you, Reverend. Go ahead.
Now, I want to agree with you concerning some of the roads that we have in Nigeria, especially in the southwest. The roads are bad. But if you go to the north, you will see their roads very smooth.
Not
I want to appeal to the federal government.
It used to be the olden days.
To concentrate on the roads that we have in the southwest, so that Nigeria will become a mega state, will become a mega country, like USA. Then concerning the tanker drivers, I want to appeal to them. They should not go on strike so as not to make life difficult for people of Nigeria. We are begging them.
Thank you so much, Reverend. We really appreciate your call. Phone line stay open. 085500985 or someone knocking.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is
Oh, nice to have you.
So, where do Mr. Tola?
Thank you, sir.
On the issue of Nigeria, it's only God that helps us. Because I don't know what they are doing there. And you said we get a judiciary session, a DCC session. So nothing happens. Since 2000, we about to go about the road, especially from Oluyole to Ibadan. The road has never been concluded since then. For the past 31 years, good. How many kilometers from Oluyole to Ibadan? If they cannot finish, see, day in day night, accidents, people are dying. People are dying, people are continuing dying. So we go be there for God. God is just there. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Isiaka Rafa from Gomosho. The phone line is open. Let me see if I can take some comments on Facebook. Job Leke Ajibade on Facebook is saying good morning. Says the Your State governor should please help about the TESCOM exam venue. Okay, saying why must all of us come to Ibadan when there are other venues in other zone? Well, your opinion right there. I think the test starts today, right? If I'm correct. I think changing venue might be too late. My opinion, I can't answer for the TESCOM organizers.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
From Okeo.
Nice to have you, sir.
On the issue of the condolence letter written by Chief Obasanjo, the fact is that Africans generally are hypocrites. We are generally hypocrites. Those who have done evil, when they die, the people we know have done evil exactly. When they die, we begin to shower encomium on them, and then we pray that God will have mercy on them. For the dead, the law of sown and reaping is there. We will not want to speak the truth. We want to, you see, we are just defeating ourselves. The law of sown and reaping is there. If one has done good, after death is going to receive the reward. If one has done evil, after death is going to receive the reward. Let's stop fooling ourselves. People, the priest, the pastor, the monks, and they will be praying because we will be praying for the dead just to have money. That is it. So whether Baba thought it or not, what Kashamu has done, the word is awaiting him there. So let everybody take note of this. Thank you, Bola Dade from Okeo.
Thank you so much. Another has spoken.
But even the Oyibo people also say that you don't speak ill of the dead.
Okay. Another elder has spoken. So let's speak this last call before we go.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. That should be Yamos.
Yamos calling from Ritanero, Gomosho.
Nice to have you. Make a comment briefly.
Comment is that I have to support Isiaka Morafa and Reverend Babatunde about our road in Southwest. Our road is too bad. Ẹjọ́ àtẹ gbogbo àwọn tó bá wà níjọba kan bá wà ṣé tá a bá jẹ́ Yorùbá o. Most especially the road in Ọ̀yọ́ tó from Ìbàdàn to Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́, the road is too bad. Kán ṣàánú àwọn àmẹ̀kúrú o.
Thank you so much, Yamasura. I second that call. That Oyodo Gbomoso is oh good God. Sheya Adeleke, Sheya Electronics on Facebook saying good morning there and see on the issue of roads. Our rulers, not leaders, are cut off from reality. They don't feel the pains the people feel since they don't ply these roads. So the state of these death traps called roads don't bother them. The day I had a senator who said he was going to Ilorin and said instead of going from Ibadan, said to go and fly to Lagos and then fly from Lagos to Ilorin. I shook my head. I said only God will help us. He said because there was no flight from Ibadan to Ilorin. So he first of all went to Lagos and then from Lagos to Ilorin.
They are perpetually in the air now. So
Ilias Agoro, thank you so much. That's the much we can take on the show today. Till tomorrow when we come your way. I remain Oladayo Ogunbowale.
Tola Teriba.
Up next, Sport Tidbits. Don't go anywhere.
morning, Ibadan. Good morning, Oyo State. Good morning, Nigeria. Time check, 7:30 a.m. And you already know it's sport time right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM. The Trailblazer, the pride of the nation. The number one, of course, you know, with the best in the West. Oluyole is here once again to bring you up to speed with all the happenings in the world of sports. Bring you the latest, the hottest, the juiciest news you can only get on this radio dial, including exclusive interviews. Yes, that we serve you every day, Mondays to Friday. Yes, 7:30 to 7:50. Yes, we are here once again to bring you all the news that you can use. Yes, once again, my name is Oluyole. Tell your friend that Spotted Beat is back on your radio set. So your friend who are far away from here, that they can watch live on Facebook. Visit www.facebook.com/Oluyole 98.5 FM, and on Twitter we are at Oluyole FM. You can also listen live on the internet. Visit our website www.bcs.tv/listen to enjoy the show this lovely morning, as I'll be starting from the local scene, kick-starting from Rivers State, where Rivers United are ready to drag the league management company to both FIFA and CAS. That's the court of arbitration for sport over the final MPFL table released by the body on Friday. The Port Harcourt-based club described the final MPFL table, which placed them third behind Enyimba, as fake. The LMC, remember, on Friday published the final MPFL table standings for the aborted 2019-2020 MPFL season on Friday. Enyimba were placed as runners-up on both PPG and WPG, ahead of Rivers United. According to Rivers United, they argue their case, saying that before we can talk about any other thing, is when teams are tied, we should be talking about goal difference first before head-to-head. But the NMC have decided to put head-to-head before our goal difference, and that's against the international best practice. That's according to Rivers United this morning, and they've said they will pursue this issue to the latter. They said they will petition relevant authorities to resolve this particular issue. We keep our fingers crossed. I will continue to update you as things unfold with Rivers United as they continue their push to pick up the second CAF Champions League ticket come next season. Quick one, let's take a look at how Nigerian players fared in their respective club sides at the weekend. Let's kick start this morning from Belgium, where there was Super Eagles draw of Paul Onuachu and Cyril Desires were on target as Genk recorded a 2-1 away win against Zulte Waregem in their Belgian Pro League class. On Sunday, Oliver Deschamps put the home team ahead 4 minutes before the break. Paul Onuachu, who replaced Matt Dehill in the 56th minute, equalized for Genk in the 73rd minute of that encounter. His compatriot gave the visitors the lead for the first time in the game 6 minutes later after converting from the sport kick. Former MFM striker Stephen Ode failed to make the matchday squad for Genk yesterday. Heading straight to Scotland, where Leon Oluremi Balog and Joe Aribo were in action as Rangers defeated St. Marian's 3-0 at the Ibrox Stadium. Balogun featured for 90 minutes while Aribo was replaced by Scott Arfield in the 74th minute of that encounter. Alfred Morelos scored twice for Rangers, with Conor McAtee conceding an own goal for the third. Also, Super Falcons striker Assis Adoshola got one of Barcelona women's goals in their 6-1 win against French side Montpellier in Sunday's friendly game. Oshola scored in the 63rd minute to make it 4-0 to Barcelona. The reigning African Women Player of the Year got one of Barcelona's goals in their 3-0 against Montpellier in last Sunday's friendly win. And a quick one coming from there this morning. Let's take a look at this message coming from former Golden Eaglet and Flying Eagles coach Emmanuel Amunike, who has tipped the Super Eagles forward Victor Osimhen to be a huge success at Napoli, adding that the 21-year-old is not scared of challenges. Amunike, you remember, was coach of Golden Eaglet in 2015 when Nigeria won a record 5th FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Chile in a tournament where Osimhen emerged the top scorer with a record of 10 goals. The former Wolfsburg striker last week completed a club an African record transfer to Italian club Napoli from French side Lille on a 5-year deal. In this interview, the former African Player of the Year, Munich, said the move will aid the striker's development.
I think it will be a success. Becoming a success is a whole lot of things and factors. I think it will be a success, but of course, it all depends on his state of mind. It all depends on his capacity and ability to adapt to the new challenges. There won't be no doubt. Lille, where he came from, and moving to Napoli is a big step ahead. So there will be a whole lot of expectations from people. Looking at the money they bought him from Lille. But I think Victor is a player that is not afraid of challenges, and Victor is not a player that is scared of challenges or stepping into the shoes. So I wish him all the best, and I believe he will do it. All what we need to do is to support him.
All we need to do for Victor is to support him so that he comes out of huge success at Napoli. Osimhen scored 18 goals in all competitions for Lille before moving to Napoli. He was named the Lille's Player of the Season and also scooped the Marc Vivien Award for the best African player in France last season. Away from that, on Saturday, I had Dutch tactician Joe Bonfrey on Saturday Breakfast Sport. Of course, he joined me from his base in Holland to celebrate the 24 years that Nigeria's dream team won the Olympic gold in Atlanta 96. Well, during that interview, Joe Bonfrey told me a whole lot of stories about that victorious team, and today, let me share with you what he said about how the team slept in motels and how he had to arrange food for the boys, and also the fact that some Nigerian supporters in America drove them to friendly to training before the final match against Argentina. Let's listen to Joe Bonfrey on the show this morning.
About that competition. Talk us through the competition.
What I never forgot is that we are, let's say, before the game of Brazil, we are sleeping in a motel because there was nothing arranged for a hotel or Olympic Village. So I arranged a motel that's only possibility which we can go with the team. So I arranged it, and we have 8 rooms for 20 players, included me as coach. So I take one room, and the other 7 or 8 rooms were for my players. They sleep at 2 or 3 in a 2-bedroom. So we did this before the game against Brazil. And on one particular day, we have to play Brazil, we win. Then they offer us a 5-star hotel where Brazil have left. So I call my players, I talk with them, and they say, listen, we have spent now here in this motel for some days. Now we can go to a 5-star hotel. So what is your decision? My players always say, coach, we like to stay here in the motel. I say, yes, but I have no money anymore to pay the bus because I have paid every day the bus for going for training. They say, coach, no problem, come out. I said, which car you like to go to the training today? I say, I have no car. So they went out. Outside the motel, they have put a security because there were more than 1,000 Nigerians standing there. Then Kanu, Olise, West, they called some people, hey, who like to bring us to the training field this afternoon or tomorrow? So 100 people push their hand up and they say, hey, we like to drive. So we went to the training before the game Argentina with the cars from the Nigerian spectators. They were there. They brought us to the training. So
yes, listen up tomorrow morning for more from Bonfrey Joe. Still celebrating 24 years since Nigeria won Africa's first gold medal at the Olympics. Heading straight to basketball this morning and talking the NBA, where Damian Lillard scored 51 points as Portland Trail Blazers beat the Philadelphia 76ers to put pressure on amid the fight for a playoff spot in the West. In other games played in the NBA in the early hours of today, Brooklyn Nets defeated the Los Angeles Clippers 120 129 to 120, while Orlando Magic lost to Bolton Celtics 119 to 122. Houston Rockets were 129 to 112 better than Sacramento Kings. San Antonio Spurs defeated New Orleans Pelicans 122 to 113. Memphis Grizzlies got it better, lost actually to Toronto Raptors 199 to 108. Also at the weekend, although in the end of today, Washington Wizards lost to Oklahoma City Thunders. OKC Thunders 103 to 121 points. Week one from the world of Formula One as Red Bull's Max Verstappen took a sensational surprise victory in the 70th anniversary of the Grand Prix to bring Mercedes domination to an end. Verstappen's win was founded on his car being kinder to its tires from the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, and the Dutchman capitalized brilliantly. Lewis Hamilton fought back from early struggles to catch and pass Bottas for second place with 2 laps to go. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc was outstanding in taking fourth on a one-stop strategy. Well, it was an unexpected thrilling race, a fitting testament to the occasion as F1 celebrated 70 years since the Formula One Championship started at Silverstone in 1950. Heading straight to the world of football this morning and starting off with the Champions League, where Frank Lampard insists that Chelsea are still very much a work in progress after their elimination from the Champions League on Saturday. The Blues were handed a 7-1 on aggregate loss by Bayern Munich in the last 16 of the fixture. Lampard ended the first Chelsea season with 2 disappointing defeats: the 2-1 FA Cup loss against Arsenal and Saturday's 4-1 second leg defeat to FC Bayern Munich. And the club legend insists that nobody should be under any illusion about their current situation. Frank Lampard is also on the show this morning.
Frank, you knew it was going to be difficult tonight, but it's ended up being a heavy defeat. How do you feel the team performed this evening?
I thought they performed all right. It's difficult to say that after a 4-1 defeat. I'm not happy. You don't want to lose the game here, but when you conceded 2 goals early, I thought the resilience of how we got back into the game. Unfortunate, I think, with the Callum's goal. Then we get a goal at 2-1. We're fully in the game and competing with what is a top team. You know, when you match up our Champions League appearances to theirs and you look through their team, I think you can see a big reason there in what we've seen tonight. But I saw lots of good things in the team.
Yes, Lampard there saying that he saw a lot of good things in his own team. Also on Saturday, Barcelona are through to the quarterfinal stage of the UEFA Champions League following their 3-1 win against Napoli at Camp Nou. The home team, that's Barcelona, won the tie 3-2 on aggregate. Let's take a look at quarterfinal games scheduled to start on Wednesday as Atlanta will take on Paris Saint-Germain, and on Thursday it will be RB Leipzig taking on Atletico Madrid. On Friday, FC Barcelona will struggle out with Bayern Munich, and on Saturday it will be Manchester City taking on Lyon. Well, away from that, let's take a look at Europa League quarterfinal draws as Shakhtar Donetsk will take on FC Basel. Manchester United will slug it out with Copenhagen. Inter Milan versus Bayer Leverkusen, and Wolverhampton Wanderers will take on Sevilla. Well, those are the quarterfinal pairings in the Europa League. And taking a look at games expected in Europa League later tonight, Inter Milan will slug it out with Bayer Leverkusen as Inter Milan will have Alexis Sanchez available after completing his permanent move from Manchester United. Antonio Conte may be tempted to stick with the same 11 that defeated Getafe in the one-legged affair in the last 16, meaning that Lautaro Martinez could retain his place alongside Romelu Lukaku up front. Christian Eriksen is among those pushing for a recall, but Roberto Gilardini could keep his place as part of a 3-man midfield. Chelsea eyes will be on Bayer Leverkusen's Kai Havertz, with the 21-year-old a top transfer target for Chelsea. Florian Wirtz was selected against the Rangers as Peter Bosz made the most of the opportunity to slightly rotate, but Leon Bailey is expected to be called later today. Well, this will be the only to be only the third competitive meeting between Inter Milan and Bayern Leverkusen after the Italian side won both clashes in the 2002-2003 Champions League second group stage game, and a 3-2, which had a 3-2 and another 2-0 away from home. Of course, that gives Inter Milan that moral, that mental advantage over Leverkusen later tonight. And also tonight, Manchester United will face on FC Copenhagen, who Phil Jones has not travelled with Manchester United to the Europa League finals due to a knee injury. Manager Oluyole confirmed that yesterday. The 28-year-old has endured a tough season, and January's FA Cup 4-round win at Chamre was the last of the 8 appearances in all competitions. Well, let me quickly inform you that United and Copenhagen have only met twice previously, playing one another in the 2006-2007 Champions League group stages. The Red Devils won that 3-0 at Old Trafford before losing 1-0 in Copenhagen. Alright, those are the 2 games to expect later tonight in the Europa League. A quick one coming from Europe this morning, where legendary Italian striker Alexander Del Piero believes that his old teammate Andrea Pirlo can be even better than Zidane in his new role as Juventus manager. Wow, the decision to fire Mauricio Sarri wasn't entirely surprising after a Champions League round of 16 exit to Lyon. The choice of replacement certainly was surprising for most people. Pirlo, who has no managerial experience and was only unveiled as the new coach of the under-23 side, which plays its football in Serie C last week. But Del Piero believes that his former teammates can even do better than Zidane. Well, let's go straight to Chelsea this morning, where Brazil winger Willian has confirmed that he has left Chelsea after 7 years at the club. The 32-year-old missed Chelsea's Champions League defeat by Bayern Munich on Saturday with an ankle injury and is now out of contract. Remember that last week it was reported that Arsenal were closing in on a deal for the midfielder. Willian is now expected to pen a contract worth £150,000 a week at Arsenal Football Club. He made 339 appearances for the club after signing from Russian side Anzi Makashkala for £30 million in 2013. Alright, also yesterday, another Chelsea player also sent his farewell message to fans as Spanish forward Pedro Rodriguez waved goodbye to Chelsea fans yesterday in an emotional Instagram post ahead of his move to Roma, which means two big players leaving Chelsea this summer. And of course, in a swift reaction to that, we understand that Bayer Leverkusen forward Kai Havertz has reportedly agreed a 5-year deal with Chelsea. That's coming from big transfer rumors are making the rounds. Heading straight to Arsenal, where Arsenal are reportedly prepared to make 3 big money signings during the summer transfer window, despite having recently secured the Europa League football courtesy of winning the FA Cup. It has been frequently claimed that the Gunners will be restricted in the transfer market, but we are hearing that the management are set to give Arteta about £100 million to spend on various players. Alright, let us hand this money by informing you that Atletico Madrid says that 2 individuals have tested positive for COVID-19 before Thursday's Champions League quarterfinal game against RB Leipzig in Lisbon. Well, that will be all on Spotted Beat this lovely Monday. Big thanks to everyone who's in part of today's production, and bigger thanks to you for listening. My name is Bodo Ajogman. The show returns tomorrow morning. Till then, do have a lovely day and stay safe.
Kí ilé rẹ̀ máa kan, bá gbogbo ẹ̀gbin kí gbogbo àyíká máa dọ́gbére ni o. Láti inú yàrá ìdáná lórí àwọ̀ ìtẹ́lẹ̀, sínkì àtàwọn nǹkan mìíràn ilẹ̀ ni ó máa ń rí.
Òun lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn o, kì í ṣaṣọ funfun nìkan lára àgbẹ̀yídá jíìkì ń pọ̀. Ẹ tún lè lò ó láti fọ ohunkóhun tàbí ibikíbi láti fọ ìdọ̀tíkídọ̀tí nílé yín. Jíìkì á pa ìdá 99% ìyẹn 99% nínú àwọn kòkòrò àrùn tó ń fa àìsàn tó máa ń wà láwọn ibi tó bá ṣí sílẹ̀. Ó yá tètè lọ ra tìyẹ báyìí.
Oluyole FM 98.5
10 minutes before 8 on Oluyole 98.5 FM. You're welcome to our commercial belt.
Malam.
Na'am uwar gida.
Ina cikin tsoro. Wai ka samu labarin cutar coronavirus kuwa?
Tabbas na samu labari, amma ai ba a kamuwa da ita. Sai ka hada jiki da wanda yake dauke da kwayar cutar, ko kuma ka je inda kwayar cutar take.
Wannan ita ce babban matsalar. Kafin ka san wanda yake dauke da ita, ai kai ma ka dauka.
Dan haka dole mu dakatar da yaduwar ta.
Ta yaya?
A kiyayi gaisawa hannu da hannu, ko taba jikin juna, ko karfan bene da hannun kofa da sauransu. Idan kuma an taba, to a wanke hannu da sabulu ko ruwa tsaftatacce wato hand sanitizer. A guji wurin cunkoson jama'a, kuma a samu da tazarar mu'amala.
Tazarar mu'amala kamar yaya?
Kamar tazarar mita 2 tsakaninka da abokin mu'amala. Kuma abu mafi muhimmanci shine ka wanke hannunka da sabulu na tsawon dakika 20 karkashin ruwa mai gudana, musamman bayan ka taba hancinka ko kai tari ko kai atishawa ko ka je makewayi, da kuma kafin girkawa ko bayan cin abinci. Guji taba idanunka ko hanci ko baki kafin wanke hannu.
Na gode malam, har na samu nutsuwa.
Yanzu sai ki tashi ki wanke hannunki da sabulu na tsawon dakika 20 karkashin ruwa mai gudana. Wannan sako ne daga asusun tallafawa ƙananan yara na Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya wato UNICEF.
With gratitude to God, we announce the home call of our matriarch, Mama Comfort Oyeladun Adekune Ne Oyewole of Foko, who passed on to the great beyond on Tuesday, the 4th of August 2020. Her age was 103. Burial arrangements are as follow. Christian wake at her Monotone residence on Monday, the 10th of August 2020 at 4 p.m. prompt. Burial service will be at Methodist Cathedral, Agbeni, on Tuesday, the 11th of August 2020 at 10 a.m. All programs are strictly by invitation in compliance with COVID-19 rules. Umorere Agben Gbogbowawo Ami Aya Akajewole Sunreo announces. Entire family members of late Chief Michael Gbogbola Adekunle.
Pẹ̀lú ọpẹ́ sí Ọlọ́run fúngbẹ́ ayé onígbàgbọ́ tòótọ́ ni gbogbo ẹbí Pa Akínọlá Akíntọ́lá àti ẹbí Ọláòpá fi ń kéde ìpapòdà ìyá wa díákónì obìnrin Juliana Ọmọ́táyọ̀ Ọláyínká Akíntọ́lá ní Ọláòpá, ẹni tí ó sùn nínú Olúwa lọ́jọ́ 18 oṣù kẹfà ọdún yìí nílùú London lẹ́yìn ọdún 75 tá a sì ti sin òkú wọn nílùú London. Ètò ìsìn ìdúpẹ́